What's up guys? So workout number 2, full body dynamic. If you like higher intensity training, you like explosive exercises, this is going to be one for you. You're going to love this one. However, mega important to say and to consider that you need to keep good form on all exercises. What I don't want this to become is something that you're pushing and trying to squeeze out those extra reps at the expense of form. You need to keep good form, and that's how we're going to make progress week on week with this one. Now, really simple, we're going to do this in a couple of different series, so different blocks of exercises. We are going to stick to the reps, but as always, you can change the exercise to regress it if you need to, or you can change the number of reps you're doing to make something a little bit more suitable for your workout. Now, what the first series is going to be squat jumps, diamond press ups, cross-body mountain climbers, and hand walkouts. And again, there's going to be a couple of options for those. So obviously, 15 reps, squat jumps, it's just going to be straight through, focus on absorbing the landing. Once you've finished that, you're going to have a 15-second break, just to allow yourself to just, get back into position, not be rushing through. Again, take your time because form is crucial. Once we've done that, we're going to go into diamond press-ups. So, hands in this shape, down onto the floor, and again, if you can get these done, full press-ups from your feet, great. If not, drop to your knees, and if not, if we need to, normal press-ups will be fine. If you can come a little bit narrower for those press-ups, great, but if not, don't worry at all. Once we've done that, we're going to go into cross-body mountain climbers. So that's just holding this stable position. You're going to reach across with your knee to the opposite elbow, and then back in. Reach across with your knee, and back in. Just working through that. That's going to be 10 on each side. So 15 on the squat jumps, 15 on the press-ups, 10 each side on the cross-body mountain climbers, then hand walkouts to finish. Again, just straight down, straight through. If you can, at this point, you're going to drop in an extra press-up, and then come up. Out, drop in a press-up, and come up. Now, if the press-up's a little bit too much for you, obviously we don't need to do it. Once you've done that, we're going to move into series 2. So moving into series 2. The first one was a little bit more simple, a little bit more getting you prepared for this. This is more dynamic, a little bit more explosive, and more difficult exercises. So again, mega important that you're taking that 15 seconds rest between exercises, and that obviously you are making sure that your form is key, your form is looked after, form is number one. As long as you're doing that, then you can work hard, but don't work hard at the expense of the exercise. So we're going to start this one with dynamic lunges, 10 each side, and it's just going to be explode up, straight through, and just moving in through that movement, focusing on your technique again. Then we're going to go into a typewriter press up. Now, before you move on, if you can't do the dynamic lunges, just stepping back into a lunge, something that's very similar from a movement pattern point of view. So stepping back rather than forward, and rather than just split squats, will be a good option to replace that with if you can. If not, any of the other two options, forward lunges, split squats, would be fine again. Typewriter press ups, if we can do it. Now these are far more difficult than they look, so most of you will be looking somewhere between 6 and 10 reps each side, if you can do any. If not, then obviously we've got some regressions that we'll go through. So first off, if you can, it's a much wider hand position, and as you come down, you turn one hand out, and then back in. Down, one hand out, and back in. And obviously you're dropping over side to side to one shoulder. 6 to 10 reps on each. Now if you can't do that, what we'll start with is a press up, step across, and back down. And again, that can be done from your knees if needed. So whichever regression works for you, whichever one's right for you to be doing today. After that, we're going to go into burpees. Now, if we can, it's going to be burpees, chest down to the floor, all the way into a jump back up. So that's going to be down, chest down, up and in, down, chest down, up and in. Now, obviously, if that's a little bit too much, don't worry about getting your chest down, just down, up and jump. We want to make sure that you're in a good position before that jump. On a burpee, a lot of people sort of keep their head down, throw themselves up with a low back. Realistically, if we can, you're going to jump straight in, get to this position, explode up from there. If you're doing that, it'll look after your joints a hell of a lot more than just working through for reps. Right guys, so further regression from burpees, if you need it, is just hands down, step out, step in, stand up. Hands down, step out, step in, and stand up. And if you can alternate your legs on that one, that'll be great. Last thing before we move on from this, 10 each leg, single leg squats. Just down, tap the floor, and back up, 10 on each. Again, you've got your 15-second breather between each exercise. Make sure that you use it. Make sure that you focus on form and get it right. After that, we're going into a little bit of abs. Right guys, so once you've done 4 sets on your first and second series, you've worked through the main bulk of your workout, we're going to finish it with some abs. So all that's going to be, starting off, normal crunches, 15 reps. Now, before you make this more difficult for yourself, before we add any extras, any weights, change your arm position or anything like that, get through the full set, because obviously fatigue is going to be an element as we go through this. But all it's going to be to start with, just standard crunches, squeeze up, nice and controlled back down. 15 reps. Once we've done that, we're going to go into an oblique crunch. So all I want you guys to do for this is come halfway up, rotate, control it back down. Halfway up, rotate, control it back down, and that's going to be 10 each side. So another option with the oblique crunches, if you're struggling with that movement, is just to be in a crunch position and just try and come up, elbow towards your opposite knee. So you're still coming up, still moving slightly in that rotational movement, but it's not quite as challenging as the option that we've just given you. Then we're going into 10 lying leg raises. So from here, you might want to support under your lower back just there, down and back up, straight through, 10 reps. If not, squeeze nice and tight, high crunch, you could just come down and back up if you're able to. Once we've done, finishing off with some ab scissors, which is going to be leaning back onto your hands, legs straight, staying off the floor. It's just working through scissor motion with your legs, and we're going to get 30 in total, so 15 each leg. That's one round. We're going to get 3 rounds of this. Once you've done, then you're done for today's workout.